Hi, this is Bob and April Wagner, and thank you so much for taking the time to learn more about our business opportunity. As you can see on the slide, we love to travel. We've been married for 44 years. We have three boys, one granddaughter. We love animals, travel, business, and most importantly, financial freedom and time freedom. And we're going to share a little bit about our business over the next few minutes on how you could have that same lifestyle if you desire and make those changes time-wise and financial-wise in your life.
We all are facing challenges, all generations. Money, time, health are the few of the challenges that we're all facing these days. The world economy is changing. The way that we do business, especially since COVID, has greatly changed. So much of technology has changed, and we need to be able to keep up with a lot of that and easily. The gig economy is here. If you're not familiar with it, maybe you felt it. So often we now have contract work, or maybe they're giving you a part-time job with full-time hours and no benefits. Just, no extras with what we're getting as far as work these days. So that's the gig economy, which is here. Amazon, a lot of people are just, working for themselves, but for little fees. You're really not getting paid that much. Uber, has its own challenges too. Our own local lawyers are looking to sue Uber drivers and stuff for not paying attention on the road and different things. Airbnb, again, if you've ever, had a house that you rented out to people or whatever, that's got challenges. Hopefully you get it back in the right space. And then we're all really getting into freelancing again, but again, you're on your own without any benefits and, guarantee of income. So that's a challenge as well. We're all doing shopping online. I don't know how many times the Amazon driver is here all day long at our own house. Quite often it's like, oh, what did you order? It's like Christmas gifts every day. But there are challenges and we're all dealing with it. Inflation, even at 2% inflation, which now it's a little bit higher, if you're earning 50,000 a year, you're living on 50,000 a year. In a couple of years, you're going to need 90,000 to be able to live on that same lifestyle that you have now. Debt, credit cards are upwards of 28, 29% at this point. Again, we're in a gig economy, so no longer do you go to work for a corporation and work for 30 years. That doesn't happen anymore. We don't know what's going on with the interest rates. Looks like they may have leveled off, but they're still higher than so many of us are accustomed to. The economy is certainly uncertain. And housing, more than ever, people are just renting. They're not even buying because they can't afford that house. So lots of problems going on there. But this is basically how people make money today. You either have a job where you trade time for dollars, you go to work and somebody tells you when you can take vacation, when you can have lunch, basically when you work and when you can have off. Even if you're self-employed, you're a doctor, a dentist, a carpenter, you're trading services for time. And anytime you take time off, you're just not earning that money. And maybe there's some overhead that is being costly at the same time that you're on vacation. So, start your own business. We're going to talk about that and all the pros on that as well. And investing, if you've got the money to be investing, it can be tricky, but you've got to have the monies to be able to invest in order to take advantage of that. But this is the health and wellness industry, and this is the industry we're in. By the year 2032, it's projected to be a $14 trillion industry. It is just booming at this point. And really, when you look at it, look around, who do you know is sick, not feeling well, dealing with certain things? That's why this industry is just booming. People want to stay younger, feel younger, and just be younger.
The solution is starting your own business. And so many people want to start their own business, but they just don't know what, especially the folks that have been working for 20, 25, 30 years and kind of used to being told what to do, when to show up, when to go home. April mentioned those things, but there's so many opportunities now to start your own business. And we want to share with you why we feel starting your own business with us is one of the best options out there. We have the opportunity to work from home or anywhere. We live in Florida and we love to go to the beach. And it doesn't matter if it's Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. The day doesn't matter. When we want to go to the beach, we go to the beach because the only thing we need to have access to is either our cell phone or a laptop. So it's an opportunity to work from home or from anywhere that you happen to be. We were recently in South Africa on a safari, and if we needed to get back to something with our business, our cell phone worked. And all we could have done anything we wanted to do, even though we were a long way from home. Our company, LifeVantage, and we'll talk more about it, has visionary leadership. We have an amazing CEO named Steve Fife. We are financially transparent. We are debt free with over $20 million sitting in the bank. How many companies out there can claim that? We're highly recognized. We've been written up in Newsweek. We've been written up in Forbes. But one of the things we're most proud of is the products that we represent are very, very highly accredited by our peers, not because we say so, but because other independent companies, schools, medical associations have tested them and proven that they're safe and effective. And we're in the business of activation. And April will talk to you a little about that in a minute. And we're not limited to where we do business. The world is very small now. It's not like it was when I was growing up on Long Island. We live in Florida now, but the world is small, and that is because of technology. And we're currently doing business in 22 different countries, and we have no restrictions on doing business in any of those countries. We are free to do business wherever it's open. We don't need a special license, a special permit. If you get started in business with us, you will immediately have the opportunity to have a global business.
Yeah, we have so many activation products, products that flip the switch on aging pathways to make you feel and look so much younger. I'm going to talk a little bit about our Protandim line. So well studied, so many results. Collagen, you may know a little bit. I'll probably glimpse on that as well. And then we have a natural GLP-1 product that I'm going to talk about. But we have so many other things that we can help with in different pathways that help with sleep and weight loss and energy and brain fog and skincare and hair care.
What about that
And
skincare? Do you
yeah,
like
I
that one
love
or
that
what?
one. Yes, just great, great products. But this is the two that I'm going to talk about first. It's our Healthy Glow Essential Stack. It is our flagship product, Protandim, which reduces oxidative stress, and I'll get into that. And our liquid collagen. If you're not familiar with collagen, I thought it was just wrinkles and brown skin and just, how my face looked basically. Well, I've come to know it is now joint pain. It's the largest protein in our body. It is responsible for just tightening up everything everywhere. So our eyes are 91% collagen, our heart, all of our skin, so important. And we have such a unique product that not only does it create more collagen, 100% more for our bodies, it also maintains and preserves the collagen that we have. And we're adding more collagen than any other brand on the market, and it tastes good. And I can go on and on with the benefits of this product, but we're adding that with the Protandim. Recent study came back that it creates fibroblasts by 100%. Again, the thing that is tightening skin all over the place. So you can see some of the results. That's my husband's picture there, right in the middle. But again, it's hair, skin, and nails. It's weight loss. It's joint pain. It's even organ health. There are so many reasons why you want to take a really good collagen. And we have some great studies and so many before and afters on people that have used these collagen. We like to document before you started and then 30 days and be able to compare. But you can see these are just a few of the many pictures we have. And then if you're not familiar with GLP-1, the weight loss industry is huge. And so GLP-1 is the same thing, although theirs is synthetic, theirs is a drug, the shots that you've heard. So we've got a product, no shots. It's activating that GLP-1 hormone so that you're reducing all the food noise, the food cravings, you're losing weight, particularly around the middle. It's helping with your gut health. And really, the studies that are coming back now are alluding to how it's helping with heart health and brain health, which, in our society these days is becoming even worse with some of the brain diseases that are going on. But we get great results very easily with this program. Again, no shots, 2 pills you take first thing in the morning. But look at these, look at her waist. I mean, what woman out there wouldn't want that? And in 12 days, this one,
And
another
that's a
two
week.
inches.
That's a
Yep.
week.
Yep. And
And that's 2 weeks.
that's 2 weeks. I mean, 2 inches off your waist. Who wouldn't want that? And again, just a few of the very many pictures that we have. But again, weight loss in just 2 years is going up to 415 billion from 299. It is exploding. Just look around. Who do you know, maybe sitting with you right now, needs to lose weight? It is a big epidemic. Not only the way it looks on the outside, but also on the inside is even more important with everybody's metabolic health.
It's funny. I was listening on the news this morning and they were talking about the moment you stop using the shot, everything stops working. And I'm not even going to get into the side effect thing, but it is just not the answer to the problem. It's a cosmetic thing, and we're talking about something that's really healthy for you and it'll give you the results you're looking for. But what excites me most is our Evolve plan and our opportunity to earn money. And I'm going to take a few minutes to share that with you. And we have three different ways that you can earn money in our business. Okay. And a lot of them happen simultaneously, but there's three things we can do. We can share product. And those pictures that April was showing you, the before and afters, we have hundreds and hundreds of those that you can use to
People will
share.
notice it on you too.
They will absolutely notice it on you. And we have all that material you can use for social media or texting or
Yeah.
email any way you want on your phone. We have the opportunity to build and grow a team. And April and I have loved doing that. That is the business that we love most. And it really has turned into leading a movement. It's gone from one to the next to the next. And whatever role you want to play, it's available. You can earn up to, and listen to this, earn up to 40% on customer sales. Okay. And it gets paid out the same every month. You don't get more the first month and then a little bit the second, third, fourth month. And we have a very high reorder rate with those products that April was just talking about, very high. You're rewarded with a personal sales bonus by hitting certain milestones. And there's fast track bonuses. A lot of people, that inquire and get involved say, how fast can I start making money? Well, how about tomorrow? Okay, you're set up immediately and you can start earning money immediately as we build the business. Now, we're publicly traded, folks. You can find us on the NASDAQ stock exchange. And this is our profit income disclosure form. Most of what we're talking about, if you follow my mouse here, these are the numbers that people are making. And April and I are down here, okay? And we have a couple businesses doing that. But whatever it is that you're looking and see, this is monthly earnings right here. So that's what I was circling. Whatever it is you're looking for, if retirement is on your mind, if maybe it's coming up and you haven't quite prepared, or maybe your portfolio took a hit. I mean, whatever it is, we can help you achieve that with this business. There's room for everybody, no matter what background. We love doing business with doctors. We love doing business with influencers. We love doing business with moms staying home raising their kids. And for me, my story was this, and I'm going to close with this. I'd always been self-employed. I grew up in New York on Long Island, and I was in the art and picture frame business. I had art galleries, I manufactured picture frames, and I did that right from high school until 32 years old. And unfortunately, and maybe it was fortunately, I don't know now, I look back, maybe it was fortunately, but I went bankrupt in that business. Receivables that I was owed weren't paid. and it bankrupted the business. And I was kind of bored and tired with it after 14 years anyway. And it made me look at something different. And I got involved with something different called this, okay, the nutrition and wellness industry. And 4 months later, after getting started, April left her six-figure income to join me, and we've been building this business ever since. So don't be afraid for change. Change is good. Okay, look at what's happened since COVID. Look at all the opportunities that came about just because people realized, wow, people can work from home. They can use their computer or their phone and work from home. So there's a lot of opportunity here. We are the best kept secret in the world. Nobody's heard about the business. They're starting to hear about those products, okay? But nobody's heard about the business. And if you want to get involved in the beginning, work with people who have experience and have an opportunity to start earning money right away, reach out to us. Call us, text us, send us an email, whatever it is, but reach out to us. Let us know you watch this, video, and we'd love to answer any questions you have and help you get started. It's a great business, and we couldn't imagine doing anything else. Have a great day. Thank you
Thanks.
so much for listening. Bye bye.